you giving?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you can see the screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So whichever we are here.
I just want to, if
Mhm.
you don't mind, can you just revise like start to ending in the classic, especially
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
Mhm.
play?
So
Yeah.
yeah, so classic one, let's say this one. Okay, so you already know there are two types of pipeline. Okay, one is
Yeah.
the classic one is the YAML one. Okay, so the
Mm.
YAML one is now becoming now de facto standard anyway, because a lot of new features and all are coming there. So
Mm.
the GUI one, which is the classic one, there is no like a single file. Okay, there is no YAML file. You cannot share it or anything like a single file. Okay, but the YAML pipeline, it's a file, just a single file. So whatever you are creating, you can share it. It's just a file. Okay.
And that file is lying in our local system.
Yeah, no, in the repository. Okay, because
Mm.
it
In the
needs
repository.
where to save the file. So we have many
Mm.
places. Okay.
So for the first thing we do is we clone the repo, right?
Mhm. Yeah. So
When we're
let's.
running in the pipeline.
Hmm. So pipeline is what to automate your things, your to for your code deployment. Okay. So
Mm.
pipeline is for that purpose only. Like if you have some code, you need to automate the
Build.
deployment build part and the deployment part. Okay, so that is the purpose. Or if you have
Yeah.
some scripts or something you want to run in some automated way, something you can do that as well. Okay, so those are the use. So that's why it assumes that okay, you should have some repository where the code is there. Okay,
Mm.
so similarly when you're clicking the new pipeline, when we are clicking to create a new pipeline.
Yeah.
Hmm. So when we are going to click, yeah, creating a new pipeline, it is asking, okay, where is your code? Okay, so whichever options you go for this, the code one, these are all for the YAML pipeline, for the
Yeah.
YAML based. Okay,
Mm.
only the bottom option is for the classic.
Classic. Yeah.
Yeah. So we select here, so it says without a YAML, so it is all GUI based. Okay,
Mm.
but still here now it is asking where is your code. Okay, so here it is asking where is your
Mm-hmm.
code. Let's say we go back. So for the YAML one, let's say we select here. Okay, we
Mm.
will select to any. So now here in the YAML, it is asking, do you have a
Mm.
existing pipeline file? Okay, it will go ahead and search. It will search here and it will show you all the YAML files in drop down. Okay, so it
Mm-hmm.
will show that it will recursively search in that repo and show you all the YAML file. Okay, or
But
if you
it
do,
is so
hmm,
this is searching a YAML file in different pipelines.
no, it is repo. Okay, pipeline is separate. We are going to create a pipeline. Okay,
Okay.
so repository, like you can think it like a folder or some drive. That's it.
Okay, it
Okay.
is asking where is the repo, and it
Yeah.
means
Yes.
existing
So
Azure pipeline
uh, s-
YAML file.
yeah. So you are in the repo. Okay.
Mm.
So the YAML one, it is asking, okay, first of all, where is your code? So you can go to anywhere. Okay, whichever one
Mm.
you have. Okay, you go there. So let's
Mm.
say we went here. Okay. So then you go to any repository. So repository has kind of your folder or drive. You can think where your code is there. Okay. So
Mm.
you go there. So here you have two options. Either you point it to a YAML file. Okay. So it will search in that, it will show which branch of that code and it will search for that. Okay. So in this we don't
Mhm.
have any YAML file, so it doesn't show us. Okay. Or here it will give you option that okay, create a starter pipeline. Okay, just a template, it will give a skeleton template of that pipeline, it will create it. It is again a file, that's it. So in the same repo, it will keep it here as your pipelines.yaml. Okay, so it created a draft pipeline for us. So now we can change it
Mm.
and all, and we can save and run that. Okay, so
Mhm.
these are the options for the YAML one. For the classic one, this is the only option. Use the classic editor without a pipeline.
Okay.
Then you go and select where is your code and all. So
Project and repository, and then
hmm,
okay.
hmm. So here it is your code. This is not related to pipeline and all. So it will
Yeah.
ask you where is your .NET code, Java code, whichever code is there in these
And
all.
they can run from the other branches also, right?
Yeah, yes. So whichever branch you have many branches, they can run. So they can create many pipelines and they can run. Okay. So
Yeah.
next here it is showing, okay, is your code related to .NET or Java or something Azure? Is your code going to be a ASP.NET which will deploy
This
on
information
supporting
we
it? Mhm.
take from the
Yeah,
developers, isn't it?
developer, yeah, yes. So it will give a pre-built templates, all these, okay, the well-known ones.
Mm.
So then we don't have to create all the tasks. So we can, let's say this one. So it will create a classic pipeline for us with all the tasks. Okay.
Mm.
Otherwise, we can also go for empty and we can ourselves we can put one by one all these. Okay, whichever we don't want, maybe we can just disable or you can just disable the task or remove the task also. Okay.
These are
So
like a dependencies of, isn't it,
no,
libraries or something.
yeah, yes. So there is a specific steps are there for for a specific, maybe you are deploying for a Java. There will be some things will be there for a sequence for .NET. These will be the sequence. Okay.
Mm.
So they know already these are the specific like well-known locations uh, where the test solution file will be there for the .NET. Okay. Any testing and all, yeah, here test also they know that, okay, usually the developers will put the file name also test, so they already pre-built all this template for us. Okay, so we
Oh.
don't have to create it from scratch, these classic pipelines. Okay, otherwise we can also create it from scratch by here clicking or start with an empty job. Okay, so this is now our classic pipeline, and here you can rename the pipeline whatever is there. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Many pipelines can be there. It's not like one repo will have one pipeline. One repo will have 100 pipeline, hundreds of that. Okay, in different branches also. So
Mm.
it mm, there is no mandatory. So here we are doing get sources from main. So I'm running the pipeline on the main branch. Okay. If you have any other branch develop, I can run that pipeline. Okay. So whatever the code is there, it will run that.
So this is only for testing purpose, right? Like CI. But
Mm,
when the like pull request happens, is like from develop branch to merging into main branch, the
mm.
pull request will happen, right?
Yeah, yes, but this is not pull request is all in the repo. Okay, here there is nothing. Here, whatever state of the develop, whatever code is there, it will run there. It
Okay.
is not pulling anything.
So
It is asking. Yeah.
nothing to do with the pull request.
Oh yeah, here
Yeah.
nothing to do with pull request. Here it won't do that. So let's say you as a developer you did some changes, okay, on
Mm.
your own develop branch and you want to test it in your pipeline. Okay, so you select your branch develop. You don't have to select main. It won't do any
Mm-hmm.
pull request or anything. It will just as is whatever state of the develop, it will just take the code and it will run this pipeline. Like it will run all the sequential steps based on the code whatever is there in the develop branch. Okay,
Okay.
so select that version. Okay, whichever version you want, you can select that. And because here there is no a concept of YAML and all, so you don't have to. So it is just a pure code only, whatever your .NET or Java. So now
Mm.
then you select where your code you want to run. You want to run on your own private agent or you want to run on the Azure pipelines. Then Windows or Linux, which one you want to go for, which kind of OS flavor on the agent.
So these information we have to know, or we
Yeah, no,
can.
the developer will give based on the pipeline. Like if
Uh-huh.
it is a .NET and all, usually it will be Windows. If it is something different, maybe Linux and all. But this information will be determined by the code.
Okay.
What is the code is there. So this information will be given because how the developer is testing it locally, it depends on that. So if it is testing on a Windows machine and also then go for the Windows. Okay, or if he suggests that, okay, no, there is a specific version of Windows where we have to run, so that information and all the developer will give.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once you got all the information, then you have to create the tasks. Okay, so this is some information which may not the developer may not give you because he is also not familiar now. Okay, after
Mm-hmm.
this set of steps. Okay, he may be doing it locally, so he will give you some commands. Okay, he will tell you like, okay, I do like this .NET build, .NET pull, .NET compare, something. He will give some 3 4 commands. He says that, okay, I run this locally in my laptop and I build it. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you can take that command. That's also fine. Okay, just for having some additional information. Okay, like how the developer is building. So usually for all that, you should have all these kind of tasks are already there. So for if it is a .NET, you add this .NET. Okay, so next here, .NET which command? So might be the developer has given you some sequences of command. Okay, .NET
Mm-hmm.
build or .NET restore, something like that. Okay, here you have to give that, and then again one more we need, maybe after .NET build we want to .NET publish or something, .NET. Okay, whichever command, like they have given
So
sequentially
if
for
they
you.
give something else, the
Mm,
command,
mm.
so it won't match, or how does it, how, because every time we have to select a new commands in
No,
the
this is
.NET,
one.
right?
Yeah, no, this is one time fixed. Once your pipeline is done, it will run all the time. So you don't have to do this task each time you run. So this is the
Yeah,
first
but
initial time.
in the command, if they give something else, what happened? That's what I'm asking.
No, it will again give error based on the, like when the pipeline is running.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so usually for .NET and all, there will be well known commands are there for building it. We can Google it as well. Okay, because from a DevOps also, we don't know all the things. Okay, for the Java, what are the commands for YAML,
Hmm.
for Go language? For each language, different sequences will be there or different commands
But
will
we
be
can
there.
ask them like what
Yeah,
commands
yeah,
you
yes,
used.
yeah. What
Okay.
what commands you use locally to test? You can ask them,
Hmm.
so they will give that. So here maybe they have given some. They will give 2 3 commands. Okay, .NET build .NET. So first step we are
Hmm.
doing is .NET build. Next step, what we are doing, .NET build, .NET publish. It
Publish.
is doing the command. Okay, so like that we can give any specific argument have they given, like in that .NET publish dash t hyphen something like that. If they uh, something, if they have given in their command, just add that in here in the argument. Okay, any additional arguments. Okay, so
And that
usually,
is also they have to give, right?
yeah, they have to give you. You won't know. So that's why it's all options are there. So it's not
Hmm.
mandatory to fill all that. Okay.
Hmm.
So these commands will be given by the developer and all. And if they are not giving, so again, like we have well-known, as I said earlier, we have well-known
Hmm.
templates already available for Maven, Java, ASP. Okay.
Okay.
So they have already given
So
that ASP. Yeah. So here we can
use
like,
these
yeah,
templates.
we can use that directly. Okay, so these all well-known templates are there. So even we don't have to ask the developer
Hmm.
in that. Here and there, we have to just validate with the developer. That's it. Okay, that we are using these steps and all is all fine. Okay,
Hmm.
so so based on that requirement only, we can go for either create completely from scratch yourself, or if you know your project is a .NET based or Java based, which is already a well-known one, maybe if it is related to Python. Okay,
Hmm.
so here it will give all the steps for the Python, whatever is there. Okay, so first version, it selects what Python version, then it will use this command to get the dependencies installed. Okay, it will do some test and all. And here this is the build part, this is the publish part. Okay,
Hmm.
so these are well-known templates already available for the commonly used projects. Okay, how the developer will go for.
Publish part is means like release, you mean?
Yeah, it is publishing the, like, finally the zip file. Okay, so it will be there
Oh,
in
okay.
each one. So for example, .NET here, so
Oh, this
publish
is CI
artifact here.
CI itself. Okay.
Yeah, CI itself. So this is not the deployment part. So this, it is
Hmm.
just publishing the artifact, finally the zip file. Okay,
Hmm.
so because that will go on the next one, your deployment
Artifact.
pipeline. Yeah. So this one we can, if we take, we will get the deployment part as well. So here finally, uh, this one, archive web to deploy. So here we have to deploy. Okay. So this is the final archive. This is the final zip file which is created, and we have to use the same path. So whatever here it is, finally the output is there. Your build is created. We have to give that same path. So here it knows by default, so it is checking the same. Okay. So recursively it searches for the archive file, a zip file. Okay, or you can directly give that as well, because we know this is the output file. Okay,
So this
so
is a CD part you're talking about.
yeah, yes, yeah, a CD part in that.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
so these are the for the classic. Any other doubts in the classic one?
So once the build happen, the build will the artifact will generate, right?
Mhm.
So the artifacts will store into Azure artifacts, isn't it? The bottom one.
No, it has got its own space as well. Okay, so whatever we are doing, where is it? So in the pipeline artifact only, it will be there in the Azure DevOps only. So next time when you are running, so let's see, we have any pipelines earlier. So we have some pipeline demo.net. So let's see. So here we can see this artifact is already
Package.
there.
Yeah.
Artifact is
Where
already
is
there.
this artifact is lying?
This is in your common, like for the Azure DevOps only, you will get a space. Okay, so there it will be there, and we have an option also to set that.
Store into.
Yeah, to store. I think it will be there in settings. Yeah. So days to keep artifact symbol and attachments. Okay.
Mm.
So here it will be. You can decide how many days and all you want to store the artifact for.
Mm. But then the artifacts in the last there, right? This
Okay.
one, yeah.
Mhm.
So when the so after come build is happened,
Mhm.
so the next thing we have to do CD, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
in this artifact, it will
No,
store. That
this
is
is
what
not.
I'm saying.
No, this up to you. Like you want to store it here or in GitHub or somewhere, you can do that. But by default, your artifact will be stored in the pipeline only,
Pipeline itself.
in the
Okay.
pipeline itself. So you can pull it from any other stage. Okay, if you want.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
the particular pipeline which we run in a CI, so
Mhm.
it will come. We have to go to the release now to run the CD.
Yeah. So in the classic, okay. So in the classic part, so let's say
Mm.
this one is there. So this is our build part in this,
Mm.
okay, where it is finally generating one zip file and all.
Mm.
So
By looking at the pipeline, can we
mhm.
identify like CI? This is CI and this is
Yeah,
CD.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yes.
this
So
build
it is
pipeline. Yeah.
build pipeline only on this, only the build part. Okay, there is no
Mm.
deploy. You cannot see any Azure and all here, Azure task and all,
Mm.
app service and all. So here we go, add a agent job, one more. Okay. Now here this we can again Windows pipeline agent job, Windows latest, okay, dependencies. Now this pipeline was our uh, build part. Okay, so here we have to go and select dependencies. The first one, or yeah, or we can rename this to, let's say, build, build, yeah,
Mm.
build stage. Okay, now and here this will be our. So you in the classic one, what will happens? These stages, okay, whatever
Mm.
we are doing, the stages, okay.
Mm.
So kind of this is kind of uh, in the classic one, stages kind of is concept is not there. Okay, so whatever we are doing, we are making it like a stage. Okay, but this is a job. Okay,
Mm.
so this job can run, and this job also can run parallelly, both at the same time. Okay, if you build and is deploy, both will try to run at the same time. Okay,
How
unless,
come
yeah,
it's
yeah, unless you go and select the dependencies here. Okay, so you go here, okay,
mm,
and you select your dependencies, that okay, this build, it is dependent on the build stage. Okay,
mm,
on this job actually. So both are job. We just renamed it like a stage. Okay,
mm.
so then it is dependent on this. So it will wait for this to finish and then it will run. Okay, so next
But
what will
Ranjit,
hmm,
but Ranjit, you're talking about like once the build part is done, then the
Deploy.
deploy.
Yes.
So, but without the build part, the deploy cannot happen, right? Deploy cannot, because on the build package only, the deployment will run, right?
Correct, correct. Yeah. So you have an option either it is just a task. Okay, the deployment is just a task for the Azure. So you want to keep it in the same pipeline or you want to keep it in a separate kind of a job.
Pipeline.
It's up to you. So here we have created a dependency. Now this won't run. Okay, unless this is successfully completed, your build
Yeah.
part and it is zip is created. So then you go and create, you find out uh, where you want to deploy that. So for example, usually most of the deployment will be on a Azure app service or something, uh, Azure web app. Yeah. So deploy an
Hmm.
Azure web app for this. Okay. So here it will ask you, okay, which subscription your Azure web app is there. Like you have to point to that, point your to the Azure web app. Okay, maybe it is
Service
Windows
connection, basically.
service connection. Okay, you have to give the, it will automatically come the drop once you have
Hmm.
given the service connection. All these things will automatically come out, whichever app service you have. Okay, then here it is asking you, okay, where is the zip file? Like where is the source? So this zip file, whatever you get from
Yeah.
here, the archive file. Okay, this is the path. Okay, archive file to create. Okay,
Hmm.
you can give this as well. Okay, or you can you can give this as well. Okay, build only this path. Okay, build stage
Hmm.
artifactory, build dot artifact staging directory. So here you get here build artifact staging directory. Yeah, and system working. So it is what it is doing. It is recursively it is checking on all the
Hmm.
folders and all inside for a zip file, but we don't have to give. We can give like this. Okay, this is
Hmm.
also because we are just pointing it directly to the final file which was created. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is the file which was created, and the file name will be varying based on the run, whatever whenever you are running, the file name will be unique
Hmm.
all the time. Okay, so you give this to here and
Hmm.
okay, something like that, anything. Okay, so now this is our uh,
Deploy part.
deploy part. Okay, so we can rename it to kind of our
Deploy.
deploy. Okay, deploy. Okay, something like that. So when we now run it, it will yeah. So like that, but your deployment stage
Hmm.
won't run. Okay,
Hmm.
till the build is not completed.
Hmm.
So here it will wait for that build. So anyway, our build deployment stage will fail because we have not
Yeah.
pointed to actual app service and all.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So the same way you can do in YAML also, but YAML it is much more control is there in that stages and all that.
Hmm. So most in our organization, they're doing deployment in the release, isn't it? In the release pipeline.
Ah, yeah, yes, yeah, correct.
So in that case, so
Mm.
once the CI is done, then we go to release and create the CD pipeline, same like.
Ah, yeah, see, yeah, yes, correct, correct. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah. So instead, it's having in the same pipeline, okay, as different jobs and
Hmm.
all. Okay.
Hmm.
So we are seeing many like many ways are there. So now this pipeline will now this stage will run. Okay, deploy stage based on that. So it will take the file
Hmm.
and all from there and it will try to deploy. But so we put the dependencies. Uh, okay. So here the deployment will fail because it cannot find out that doesn't exist. Okay, this app service.
Hmm.
So the second way, like we did our build. So let's
Hmm.
do the edit the pipeline, and let's remove this.
Okay.
Remove. Okay. So now
Hmm.
this is our build part. Okay, we'll do only save. Okay. So now go to the release part here. Okay,
Hmm.
and you create a new. We already I think have created something. So we create a release, and so
So
this is yeah.
how we can select the pipeline, like which pipeline we have to
No, no, here there is no
use?
concept of pipeline. Here it will show where is the output. Okay.
Oh,
From your
okay.
build, you created an archive, right? You first finally the zip. Okay. So when you create a release, it will ask you, okay, where is the output? Okay. So it will ask, it will show you the artifacts. So which pipeline. So we have our it will show the pipeline here, demo.net. Okay. So our pipelines, demo.net. So it is asking that, okay, is the artifact coming from here? Okay.
Mm,
So it will show you all the artifacts coming from which pipeline. Okay. So here in the like it will show you all those in the DOM. So currently we have only one pipeline there, which is
mm,
throwing us the artifact. So it pointed here. Okay.
mhm.
So it is just showing us, okay, this is the one which we need, demo.net. Based on this artifact, we are going to create. Okay. So you select that, and stages for a trigger change from automated to manual. Uh, okay. So here from a trigger change from automated, so automated to manual. So this one is now manual. Okay. So we somebody has to manually click that.
Mhm.
Okay. So
So once the build happen, this is now this
yeah,
is
yes.
manually we have
Yeah,
to click
yes, manually
to.
you have to click so that we can remove. So here these conditions, okay,
Mm,
define a trigger and all pre-deployment approval. Somebody has to approve. If this is
mm.
enabled, which person can approve? Okay, and if he doesn't approve for 30 days, it will remove that in from the queue. Okay, so
Okay, this is two stages like approval stages.
yeah,
One is in the code level merging approval. That is a
so
pull
that
request,
yeah, yes,
and this is
pipeline
to
yeah, to execute. Yeah, when we are deploying, finally it is going to that your Azure. So that
uh,
time, yeah, because here it is
okay,
getting live. Okay, so there you are
yeah,
doing the changes in the code. That there it is not getting live or anything. It's just you are changing the
testing.
files in the drive. That's it. Okay,
Uh,
so
okay,
okay, but
and this
nothing is
is
getting impacted. But here it may get impacted because this is you're going to the your Azure Live. It will replace it. Whatever your website is currently running, it will replace it
yeah,
with your no code.
this
So
is a
that's why
main
here
approval.
main
Mm,
approval part. Yeah, so it is a deployment. So just before going, it is getting live,
mm,
this person has to approve, and if the person is on leave, how many, maybe you can skip the
second
approval. So
person.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or you can have multiple persons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or is the same person allowed to approve or not? Okay, so that all
Mm-hmm.
here it's there. Okay. Mm, so these are the options for that. Okay,
Okay.
here slightly more features on the approval part. In the YAML it is not there. So in the YAML we see this one,
Mm-hmm.
a pre-approvement. Okay, and there is also a post approvement. Some person has to approve. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that means whether your deployment is successful or not, means somebody has to validate, okay, or approve. So you can put a name. Okay, so this feature is not there in the YAML one. This
Mm-hmm.
part. Okay.
Okay. So, oh, deployment is successful, not in the live they will check.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. Means somebody has to manually go and check, like manually check if it is all fine or not.
And the
Okay.
Azure side.
On the Azure side, yeah. So whatever this stage, not doesn't mean to be deployment. You could have more stages also here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in any stage, like a precondition is there and a post condition is there. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
in the YAML one, it assumes that okay, it is all pre only. Like before going to this, somebody has to test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is it assumes in that way, like one approval. Okay, for that task. But in the
Mm-hmm.
this one, it is slightly more elaborated, like input conditions as well as output approval, like post deployment. Okay,
Okay.
so maybe you have one more task also. Okay, so let's say something there. Okay, so here you can see one person has to approve, like anything incoming, they
Mm.
will check, okay, is all fine or not, that whatever code is there. So once they check that it got deployed, now this stage might be some other server, some other owner is there. Okay, some
Mm-hmm.
other team is there, is maintain, is responsible for this resource. So maybe they will check only their part. But is the deployment all successful or not? Okay, if this is a test, if this is a stage of the deployment in a test environment, this is on the prod environment or something, or UAT or prod. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so once you're deployed on UAT, okay, it won't go immediately. So the person who is responsible for the UAT environment, he has to approve. Okay, like okay, I approve it from my side, then it's all click green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then it will be like it will go out like this stage will become green. Okay, unless this
Mm-hmm.
person approves that. Okay, so only this feature is not there in YAML. Only this part is there. Only
Mm-hmm.
one check. Okay, for one task. Here also one person has to check. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so here it assumes that okay, different stages can be maintained by different teams or persons. So they better know. So this one maybe the UAT team is will know where to test and how to test all that. So once they check all the functionality green, then it will come to this stage. Okay, so here
Mm-hmm.
this team or person whoever responsible, they will approve. Okay, so they will, you can mention that which who is all approver and all for that. Okay, pre-deployment
Mm-hmm.
approval, and you can select those and they will they will take that. Okay, so means this person's responsibility is more on this box only. Okay, they will see that okay, is it fine to trigger it now? Maybe is there some open incident going on, something very critical job is running, we cannot deploy it now. So this person has to know this part. Okay, this box. Okay, he's responsible for this one. They will approve and it will be done, deployed. Okay,
Okay.
so this could be your UAT, this could be production, like that.
Mm-hmm. We have a production pipeline separately.
No, usually
No?
separate. We keep the same. So your code will be one single code. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that the same code will pass through all the environments. Okay, a dev environment, then stage, then production. If a tester is testing, so when they run the same pipeline, they will just omit which stage to run. They will just omit which stage not to run. So they will skip that production and stage. They will just run the pipeline for their stage only. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Even
that
testers run their pipelines from their side.
yes, yes, yeah, yes, they will create their own pipeline and they will test that. Otherwise, how would they are going to see in the environment, in the
Mm-hmm.
UAT environment, they have to run that test. So whatever we are doing here, we created the pipeline initially
Mm-hmm.
for the main
Mm-hmm.
branch.
For
Okay,
the main
master branch.
branch.
So how the same way the person like who the developer and all, they will create a new pipeline but based on their branch. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
branch they created, they will select maybe maybe their repository is completely different or something, anything. Okay, usually it will be same repository but different branch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe
Okay.
they created a feature branch and they will test, they will create their own pipeline. This is not going to impact the production. Okay, or
Mm.
anything. So they have to select their UAT uh, web app. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
whatever web app for the UAT, they have to select here. Okay,
Yeah.
so either they can do it here or in the same way, the stages, whichever way they want, but multiple options are there in that.
Okay. And when the artifacts coming into picture.
Artifacts, artifacts like usually it will be containers and all. It is more into relevance. Okay, and for
Mm-hmm.
the .NET also, whatever zip is there, if you want to store it for very long time and all. Okay, here we have options, right? And
So mostly developers use artifact.
yeah, developers will use that for the artifacts. Okay, and if you want to like go back in history, maybe
Mm-hmm.
months like that and all, you want to retain, then create a separate artifact. So here the this artifact you can store for much longer and all, and
And what is this like upstream sources and feed this like there was a issue in our organization. There's npm feed is not upstreaming or something. There
yeah.
was issue going on.
Hmm. So
Contacted Microsoft and yeah.
hmm. So what is happening is, in your code, okay, in
Mm.
the code there, whatever .NET and all. Okay,
Yeah.
so
The code
whatever
error was
code,
coming.
yeah, so whatever they do, okay, whatever
Mm-hmm.
code they write, so they will use
Mm.
a lot of dependent codes. Okay, so already they will use some dependency modules. Okay, so somebody has already created a lot of code and all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they use that. Just a minute. Just a minute. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so what was the query you said? Yeah.
In the artifacts.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. So yeah, so when you do the uh,
Heat.
this npm the .NET restore command and all.
Hmm.
Okay, so that time what it does, it pulls the dependencies from the above upstream repositories. Okay, or in a simpler way, let's say we created new pipeline. Let me show you in the Python one. Okay, so Python package. So here, what it in a Python, it is steps are almost same. Okay, there they
Mhm.
tell restore. Here it says dependencies. Okay, so here what is happening? So might be you are writing some simple code in Python. Okay, but your simple code in Python is using a lot of
Mhm.
dependent code which is created by some other persons or teams. Okay, it is there in internet. Okay, so now do you? So what it does? It that time it goes to the to those generic repositories for the
Mhm.
Python. So similarly, same for the .NET also, there are .NET public repositories are there. Okay, so where you will find that. Okay, so there are many open source repositories, even Microsoft repositories, many such repositories will be there where you have to use the dependent code. Okay, so those will be required for your own modules. So whatever modules or project you are writing, it will have to use. So instead of now organizations, what they do, instead of using their like open internet repositories, they will create their own private repositories. Okay, where it will be the code, where the dependent code will be get scanned. Okay, and if it's some malicious code is not there and all, it will be have more control over it. Okay, so in that way you can create your own private repository as well.
Mhm.
Got it. So now in the in a organization which is very much development centric, so they want to reuse the code. So let's say you created some code which you think may be useful for 10 other projects, okay, in your organization, or you have created some standards, okay, which will be used in other projects as well. So then you keep that code in your own private repository. Okay, usually JFrog kind of is a one more vendor which gives that kind of features. Okay, or you can create your own npm repositories where you store the code, okay, which can be shared by other projects also within your organization. So now that you want to keep it private, okay, that repository, or we can say registry, both things are same. It's just a code only, but kept in a shared single place. Okay, so instead of using the internet based, you are creating your own registry within your organization, and teams are using it. Okay, so that
Okay,
is
so the NPM basically
huh, yeah. So
be
npm
storing their
repository.
own code in it.
Yeah. So NPM one will be like NPM public registry.
Mm.
If we go, so there will be these. docs.npm registry will be there. Okay,
Mm,
so they have their own versions and all that will be there in public. Okay,
mm,
so instead of using the public one, we can have our own private as well. Okay,
mhm.
so because it will be more control, like who is updating the code.
So the on the local code will store into npm
Ah,
document.
yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, in your own private registry. Okay, so instead of
Mhm.
publishing it there, you can store it in your private registry as well. Okay, so
Mhm.
you usually, I've seen organizations go for JFrog Artifactory,
Mhm.
where you can store all type of register, all type of artifacts. Okay, because artifacts are
Mhm.
different based on the program. For the Python, it will be different. For Node.js, different. Okay, for it is a if it is a image based on a container or Kubernetes, so the artifacts will be different. So it can store all type of that. Okay, so it is not like a dumping place. Okay, it's a service. It's running. You need to connect to that repository using a user ID, password, and all, and you query for that and all that. So
So
I've
already
seen.
Azure DevOps repository is there. So these.
No, that is for the repository for your code. Okay.
Mm,
Now this
yeah.
artifact is also there, but it is not that flexible actually. So here you have to connect to the upstream, like whichever upstream code you want to connect. Okay.
Mm.
So maybe for the .NET and all. Okay.
So
No.
they're connecting npm.
Yeah. Here npm, it will pull it, like it will take all that key and it will connect from here. Okay.
Okay, so it will connect to that .NET.
Ha, to that
Uh,
to that repository, and it will get all the files, whatever files are there for npm. It will be different location. Okay, so here registry in your package.json. So when we create a artifact, okay, we have to use that in the code, in the in the code we have to use that. Okay,
mhm.
so based on different, it will be kind of a different one. Okay, so in.
So
Mm, yeah.
is developers do this or we have
No, this
to?
developer will do these ones and all. We don't have to worry for much. Okay.
What is our responsibility here in
No,
this part, like in the feed and all this, in the
no. This is
artifacts?
no already there in the whatever uh, in the code. They will be using some like locations to pull the request, pull the files from. Okay, for the .NET and all. So you just have to maybe confirm with the developer, like what is the path? Is there a specific paths they are using for the upstream repositories?
Mhm.
Okay, or the registries, you can say. So if they are using any specific one, then uh,
Upstream repository means like they're bringing the repository from outside sources, like, isn't it?
yeah,
Like
for the
JFrog,
dependency.
npm.
Yeah, yes, yeah, anything. Usually all the public ones are allowed by default, okay, from the hosted. Many times, like if they're using a private repository within the organization, that only you have to check for. Okay. Are they using any
Private
specific
repository means like private
within the
NP.
organization? Yeah. Private NPM repository within your own organization. If they're using,
Mm,
then you have to uh, check whether the connection is there from the agent pool or not to that. Okay, and
mm.
see the authentication part, how it is done.
The npm they used for Java, something like that.
And Node.js.
Mm-hmm.
For the Java, it is Maven and all. For the Node.js, it is use NPM
So it's
repositories.
basically it is a dependency, so files or what?
Yeah, dependency files. Yeah, yeah. So
Mm,
the end user program is kept very simple because it is using more complex things from somebody else's created code. Okay, so those are the dependent registries.
mm,
Okay,
okay.
so that's
Mm,
the entire thing.
mm,
Okay.
mm, mm.
Okay. Shall we continue with the our pipeline? The YAML. Are you using YAML or not in the office? Like, are you using Classic or YAML? So,
Classic and YAML both, but
okay.
the moment Classic I'm running.
Hmm.
But yeah, so there was an issue going on. Just started with one CI/CD pipeline, but there's issue going on with npm.
Hmm.
not able to do upstream or something.
Okay. So
Yeah.
at least you start with creating, because no means YAML way they are creating or releases. So I understand you might be going for releases, right? Creating the releases for the deployment pipeline.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that okay?
yeah.
And in the build pipeline, is it a YAML based, or is it that is also classic one? So that you check it out and maybe focus on that in that way.
Mostly classic is running now.
Okay, classic is there, right? For the build pipeline as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the build pipeline also, then it is much little bit straightforward in that case. So
Mm,
create a test kind of a pipeline. Okay. So it
mm,
doesn't need to be .NET or very uh, kind of a, if you have a sample code, yeah, that will be better.
mm.
But
Okay.
okay, I think we have a sample code right in our repositories.
Mm,
Can use that. Where is it? Yeah, this one. .NET. So this one you can use as a build as a sample code,
mm,
and
Sample
let
demo
me
I need to give them.
sample demo and see if you have access to this. So this is a, so this is our build part. Deployment part also you can create your own kind of
Release.
Azure web app, yeah, release. So first test the build pipeline only. Okay,
Mm,
let me put that in the chat. See if you have it. Yeah, see if you have access.
okay.
Just a moment, I will be back in 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Don't have access for that.
Yeah. Are you able to access that link?
No, don't have access for that.
What error it gives?
For not for, yeah, 404 access. URL is doesn't exist or can't be found. 404.
Wait 1 second. I can get it. You are already admin of this.
Mm,
You are the admin of this project as well. Dev- Okay, go to this one only. Let's see. See if you are able to
yeah.
access that at least.
Yeah. I'm able to access to the project.
Yeah. So then go to the repositories. Is it showing on the left side?
Uh, uh, Repos is not showing some reason.
Okay. So oh, okay, okay. So you're, I think you are, you are in. The free license, like basic, it's not a basic user. So is it pipeline also showing pipeline or repos?
Pipeline showing, board showing, artifacts is showing.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, but repos
Uh,
is not showing.
okay. Create anything else like any new project and see if I create a new project in your own and see if you are getting the repos.
Completely. If you want me to
Mhm.
create a new
Yeah, yeah.
project.
Create a new project. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it on yeah, your
Organization.
own personal one. You do. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not on the office organization also. Your
Yeah,
personal.
yeah. This is personal only.
Mhm. Okay.
So you want me to create a new project on my, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you are you able to see that?
New
Uh,
organization. No, this is new organization. It is going.
mm.
Uh, so London Cafe you want me to create, right?
Anything, yeah, anything. Not the same name, whatever name you want. Okay. Maybe some demo pipeline, demo.net or anything.
New work item is coming. This is see in your project
Mm.
RK Naik, in your project I can't create a
Not,
project
not,
in your
not, no, not in mine. In your own organization.
yeah in my own organization I can create a new project.
New project.
Test pipeline example. Yeah, now I've created it private.
Okay. And there, yeah, go to that project.
Oh, it's creating. Yeah, I'm in this project. I can see repos, pipelines,
Oh, you
test
can see
pipelines,
everything.
everything.
Okay, so let me share you the code then.
And in your organization
Mm.
and the demo Scrum I can see, but only in London Cave I can't see the repos.
Okay, in which, okay, that's fine. Anyway, I will give the code. Let me share. Okay, now you can share your screen. Let me make you
Yeah,
host.
she's you got it.
Oh, yeah, share your screen.
Cool. Yeah,
Mm. So
good.
open your project like not on my organization. Do you do it on your own organization? Yeah, there's one, right? Okay. So
Yeah,
I on the chat I pinged you one more test
yeah.
demo file.
This one is
Yeah. See if you can download that zip. Yeah. Okay. Request access. Okay. Just refresh the page. No, no. Go back to that page, whichever is the main page. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, give you the access. Okay. Oh yeah, now refresh it. Yeah.
yeah, got it.
Okay. So download that zip file. So this is
Hmm.
the sample code. Okay.
Okay. You need me to keep it in.
Oh yeah, somewhere and unzip that there. So now
Um, and extract all is already extracted, isn't it?
no, it will show. Yeah, yes. Extract all in this folder. Yeah. Yes, extract.
Hmm.
So now go back to the your project and create a new repo.
Yeah, this is a new repo. Okay.
Oh yeah, repo. So one repo will already be there by the pipeline name. That's fine. Okay. So
Hmm.
click on that link. Yeah, that copy that link.
This one?
Oh yeah, copy that. Oh yeah, copy
Okay.
that. And go
Hmm.
to your Visual Studio Code.
VS Code. Yeah.
So now create your inside ADO VS code. Yeah, that's fine. So there paste that.
Hmm.
There you do on yeah no git clone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, git clone, paste it.
Hmm.
Git space clone, and paste it. Yeah, enter.
Hmm. So I'm in the folder straight away,
Ah,
like
that's fine. Yeah.
ADOS.
So it created on the left side. You see, it created a folder, right? Test
Hmm.
20. So test percent. Okay. Oh, so now
Yeah.
right click on that test percent 20 pipeline, and
Hmm.
right click and open in reveal in pipe file explorer. Reveal in file explorer. Third one.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So just go inside that test percent. Yeah. And open one more window and copy that. No, don't go inside Git. Just go back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you paste that extracted from the zip, whatever you extracted from the zip. So keep this window and one more window you extract. Like
No, I didn't get you.
whatever you downloaded, right? On the
Yeah.
test demo.net, that one you extract here. Just a minute. Okay. You copy it here in this folder.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. So you copied all the files, right? In that
No,
folder?
no, Ranjit, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah. So
understand
copy, yeah. So
where to
copy
do
all
that.
that. Yeah. So copy all this, select all these files, demo app
Okay,
packages. Yeah.
1 second. Select all,
Mm,
control all. Yeah,
Copy it and paste it in that folder, the empty repository.
copy. And that folder, where is it? Oh,
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. Yes. This one just
And
paste it here.
this folder is also in this is
That's okay.
also
That's okay.
okay. This is in documents.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to paste it here? Just here?
Yeah. Just here. Yeah. Paste it.
Mhm. So what we did just now?
We are just creating a sample code. Okay. Sample repository. So we created one test repository, but that was empty. So now we are populating that with a sample code. Okay. So
Okay,
currently,
we're doing through the VS Code.
yeah, doing the VS Code. One second, let it finish. Then go back to the let it finish. Yeah. Hmm. So go to the VS Code window now. Hmm.
Yeah.
In the terminal, do git status. Type git status. No, here you have to go inside that folder. Do dir. Okay. Do cd space tested percent. Go to that folder. Yeah, tab. Put a tab. Oh yeah.
This
Okay.
one.
Hmm. And
Mhm.
now do git status.
Mhm.
Okay, our code is now kept here. Okay, so it is seeing that okay, these all new files are there, but it is still not tracked by Git. So now do git
Mhm.
add space dot space dot. So we
Mhm.
are adding all the files to the Git.
Mhm. Okay.
So then do okay, let it finish. So now do git space commit space minus m.
Oh.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, you write a commit, something initial commit or
Mhm.
testing something, anything, write something.
Where it is not coming the cursor.
Hmm. Right here, press the I. Yeah, right anywhere on the top. On the top, yeah. Just write something
Okay.
initial commit or first commit or anything. Hmm. And do escape. Press
Hmm.
press escape now,
Yeah.
and now press colon WQ. Colon WQ. It won't appear in the
Just a
screen.
colon WQ.
Yeah, WQ.
Quit.
No, if you're still there in that. Okay. Press escape button. Escape button once again, and press
Yeah.
colon Q.
Uh,
One
colon
that
is,
is colon two
yeah,
dots.
number one, right? The shift one. Yeah.
No, not shift one. It is
Uh,
the under the semicolon button. Yeah, yeah, WQ. Type here W
here,
and Q. W.
this one
Uh,
and WQ, isn't it?
no, 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 not that. Just yeah, WQ.
Just a WQ.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Colon WQ. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it came. So it won't go into that editor mode if you write there in one shot. Okay, so if you do git commit minus m initial commit, so it won't go into that notepad or in that editor mode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now you do git status again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can do git that paste that git branch that it is asking above line. It is as a command, right? Git branch dash dash unset. Okay.
Yeah.
So just copy paste that.
It's not.
enter. You just press enter. You select it and press enter, and then
Okay.
press enter, and now paste it here. Right click.
Right click or Control V.
No, control V, I don't think. Or you can
It's
or
not
select.
pasting.
Yeah, select that. Just select that and press right click. That's it. Just press right click. Okay, now here, yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
when I
Now
click right click, oh
yeah,
yeah, it came now.
automatically, yeah. You press enter.
Okay. Mm.
So that copy action is right click itself there. Okay. So now do
Mm.
git push. Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
Push
So
the
do
current
yes,
branch and
that one paste it. Yeah. So this is
you
one
have to
time,
push.
first time you need to do.
Mm.
The whole thing, yeah. The origin.
Oh, original till master.
Yeah. Till the whole thing. Just right click, it will not. Press right click here.
I did actually, but it's not pasting. I copied. I mean, I didn't copy.
Mhm.
No.
Well, you can just go click up arrow. No, I mean, so you type it. That's fine. So git
Yeah.
push. Yeah, it's a one time only.
Mm.
Git
So
push.
git push.
Yeah.
Git push.
Set
Set
upstream.
upstream. Hyphen upstream. Is the origin.
Mm. Origin master.
Okay.
Enter.
Git push. That's it. So we are doing now
Yeah. So we are
pushing
publishing
the
this.
code
Pushing that code to the
repository.
repository. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So now go back to your Azure DevOps repository. Yeah.
Yeah.
Repositories. Yeah. Which one you created?
Mm.
No, it is in my
Not
organization.
this one.
Check in your organization.
Oh, yeah. Test. No, test pipeline. Yeah.
Go to repos.
Mm.
Yeah. So now we can see our code is there now. Okay. Our sample
Yeah.
code is there. So now you can create the pipeline based on this code. Okay. So you can practice with the yeah classic pipeline. So next,
Yeah.
so
So
next you go.
Ranjit, now see these two are showing, right? This is a demo app it is showing, and this is packages it's showing.
Yeah.
So two, these all one complete code or
Yeah. This is all one complete code. So this will be given
under
by the
this
developer.
pipeline.
Yeah. Yes. So no, that is
Oh,
not the pipeline. That is
yeah,
repos.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So this entire thing will be given by the
Developer.
developer. Okay. So this is
Mm.
all part of the code. Okay.
Yeah, but
So
where
this
is
is
the repo name? This is the repo name itself.
yeah, there is the repo name
Oh, it is taken as a pipeline, test pipeline, but
that
this is
you
the
created.
project name, right?
Yeah. So when you create a project, by default, it creates a repository. all first repository for you with the same name. Okay, you can go ahead and create a
Uh-huh.
new repository. That's also fine. So you can in the same drop down
In
in the
generally, we clone this, right? We
no no
clone and
yeah. So go in the test pipeline wherever it is there, the drop down.
yeah, uh,
No, not there in the top,
yeah.
the middle, yeah, in the drop down, and you can create new repository. Okay, so the project is nothing like a big bucket. Inside that you can have many repositories. So one repository by default it creates by that name. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
it doesn't
Okay,
matter that naming and all that repository. You can have this name, that's fine. Okay. So otherwise you can
okay.
create anything like that as well. Okay.
But in general, you said we create a clone because we don't want to mess up the code.
Oh yeah. So
So,
look, that one when already some code is there in the repository. Okay, but when we create it, it is completely fresh, scratch, right? Nothing was there.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you join a project where already some code is already there by the developer, so then you go and clone it. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
now if you have to do any changes, or some new person is joining in your project, they have to do and clone it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they don't have to do like how we did the first time.
Okay.
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 So we did completely from scratch. So now your
Uh,
repository is there. So then
yeah.
you go and create the pipeline based on this repository. So
Mm-hmm.
then you go to the pipelines.
Okay. Pipelines.
So the repos part is done. Okay, go to the pipeline, create
Mm.
pipeline,
New
and
pipeline.
use
Use
classic
classic.
editor. Okay.
Yeah, and this is on the Git repo itself, right?
Yeah,
Azure Git
itself in the
repo.
same. Yeah. So all this
Yeah,
by
it is
default it will
already
take everything.
selected.
Yeah. Already
Mm.
selected. Master branch only. Continue.
Mm. And
So now,
dependencies.
yeah. So here you take for the third one,
Okay.
ASP.NET. Okay. So it is a .NET application, and this
Mm-hmm.
template will be applied. All the things will already be there. Okay.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is looking for this. What it does is this pipeline is looking for a file called .sln. Okay,
Mm.
so
Okay, this
so
one.
this is the main project file where all the starting point will be there for the code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because in the code a lot of structure folder is there, right? In that, so
Mm.
everything will be there in this file. So
Yeah.
it looks for this well-known file. Okay, so
Okay.
an artifact name whatever it will create finally is name called drop. Okay, so this is the default name in Azure DevOps. The artifact name is drop. Okay,
Drop.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Finally below you see right artifact name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
can
this,
even change this
yeah,
name.
yeah, we can change it, even that name. So
Okay.
this is the default pipeline which is fit for this. Okay, so you don't have to do any change. Okay, because we are using
Uh-huh.
all defaults. Okay, but
Okay.
but anyway, like if more options are there, you can change it. The pipeline name is on the top right.
Yeah.
Test
Yeah.
pipeline. You can change it again like that. Okay, so
Mm.
this is our build pipeline only.
Mm.
Okay,
But
so.
Ranjit, mm, so do we add any other things as well, like
No,
lab?
no, this one, in case the developer gives you some additional information,
Mm-hmm.
then only you
Okay.
go for that. Okay, otherwise this is
Mm-hmm.
fine for the ASP.NET and all. These are
Okay.
all, all, all fine.
Okay. For the code we
Oh,
have at the moment, it is
yeah,
fine.
it's all fine. Yeah. So
Okay.
go and save and queue.
Okay.
Okay.
And what about the variables?
Variables again, the developer has to give. Okay, like what are the, or they will have some variable group already, so they will point you. Okay, so
Okay.
usually what they do, they create a variable group and they point it. They give it to you that okay, this is the
So
variable group.
the developers has to create the variable group.
Yeah, yes. Yes,
So
the developer has to create the
what
variable.
will be there in variable, actually variable group?
All dependent on the application. So whatever in the application there, oh, you are not, no hosted parallelism. Okay, so you have to first send a request or something. It's in the free one, it's not there. Go
Mm-hmm.
to the organization.
Parallel jobs.
Oh no, go to the
Oh,
organization parallel jobs. Yeah, or,
organization or project?
organization level, organization setting.
Okay.
So one second.
Agent pool,
No, not agent pool. Come down.
parallel jobs.
Parallel jobs. Yeah.
Okay.
So here it is zero parallel job. So you change, yeah, that one.
It's supposed to be one default, right? One is free, isn't it?
Yeah, one
Start
is
free.
free.
Set
Set
billing.
up billing. Yes. self-hosted.
Oh, this is
First
test
start
plans. Why we need test
um,
plans?
basic user 5 stakeholder 2 GB. Use parallel jobs self-hosted 1800, paid parallel jobs 0 currently. Let me see for mine what how much it is showing.
Retire limit.
Mhm.
That will be.
Organization setting, parallel jobs. It has stopped or something. Visual Studio. Okay, so for me it is showing one free parallel jobs.
For me,
One
is showing 0.
oh, zero. So let's see how to. You did the from the creator. There used to be a form we need to fill and for the 10
Oh,
free using parallel. Earlier it used to be
mm.
free, but
Now the
yeah, now
system
this
change.
is self-hosted. Okay, or do one thing then. Okay,
Yeah.
so create another project. Okay, and this time you create the project as public. Okay,
Mm.
so public they have more free at least.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, go back. Sorry, in the organization, in the public, is it showing anything? For public, for me, it is showing 10. Oh, for public projects, also it is not
0.
showing 0 only.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Self-hosted is 1.
Oh, for public, it is showing me 10. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I created this many years ago. Let me see how to do it now. There used to be.
Think need to request or something.
Oh yeah, because that free one to enable. There is a free balance also. Let me see here. There used to be a form actually. I want to so
Mm.
oh yeah. Okay, so
Mm.
Microsoft is showing that we have temporarily disabled the free grant of parallel jobs for public projects and for certain private. You can request this grant by submitting a request. Where is this request? Is it going? Oh yeah, okay. Let me give you that form.
Thank you.
Yeah, open that link.
Mm-hmm.
So full
Azure
all those
Devops.
details, yeah, and they will give you the.
Username.
Hmm.
So I have to fill whatever is there, or just it's
No,
enough
just
only.
your name, yeah, your name. No, give proper your full name,
Oh, proper full
everything, yeah,
name.
yeah,
Oh,
proper,
okay.
yeah.
But in the account is Nash there, I think.
No, that's
Nash. What
so you
is the
copy the
name
entire
of?
link, yeah. So if you see,
Huh. This
go
one.
to the Azure Devops and your organization
Oh,
name.
okay.
organization name. Yeah, Nash DevOps.
This one?
Ah, yeah, that one.
No.
Nash DevOps, the last part. No,
Mm.
that from the top, from the URL you can copy.
Oh, okay.
The last bit, yeah, that one. Yeah. Mm, okay. Private.
Right.
Mm,
So that's it.
okay, that's fine. So this takes
Yeah,
usually now, yeah, 1 2 days.
some
So
time I think.
let it happen, because I would still say you do more hands-on, man. You still, because I
Yeah,
can see Git and all commands you are a bit struggling, that
yeah.
all usually. So do more hands-on. Okay.
Mm.
So you explore a lot of things, you fail and all, then we learn a lot of things.
Mm.
So just do this way.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
you create your own first. Let it once this that free tier is there, like added, then you can
Mm.
create your own like pipelines and all, multiple classic YAML and all that we can test. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Currently it won't run, but in this way we have to proceed. I think even the learning part as well is
Yeah.
completely hands-on with this one.
Y-
Completely.
Yeah, that's really,
Yeah.
it will help.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
And this job is failed?
Yeah, because the agent, it is not there, right? It cannot run
Mm.
anywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
And
mm,
Ranjit,
mm,
see the keywords.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
In the pipelines, whatever the secrets and values, we keep
mm,
it in a keyword, right?
mm.
Hmm?
Yeah.
When we do keyword integration.
No, the
Apart from that,
mhm,
yeah, code level key, secrets are there, right? In the code
mhm.
itself.
Yeah, we can keep it
Though,
in here in the variable group. Go in the in the library.
yeah,
Yeah, here in the library, create a variable. Here, two things are there. Okay, so here there's secure files and variable group. Okay, so you can store a file as well here in this. Okay, so this
okay,
in secure file, or just cancel that. Yeah, so this is to store some files. Okay, many time you
okay,
have some private key or something which is not a value but a entire file itself. Okay, so here
uh,
the option is to upload a secure file. It won't appear in clear text. Okay, you cannot see it even once you upload it. Okay,
okay,
so next, the common one where where the developer has some secrets in their code and all they want to use, go to the variable groups. Yeah,
yeah,
click on there, create a new variable group, plus, yeah, variable group. Okay.
mm,
Yeah, so any you can give some variable name, anything like .NET or demo.NET, whatever you want, some meaningful name, because same thing now you have to link it from the pipeline. Okay, so
uh.
yeah,
In
so
the pipeline itself, there is a variables, right? We can
no,
do
no, no,
there
no, no.
as well.
No, there. It's very not that. That is not the advisable way. It is there, but again, every time you need to run, change all that. Okay. So
Okay,
usually
so
the yeah. So
how
all
we
the
can
variable.
link which pipeline it
Yeah,
is
yeah. So
then
here
this
first create, yeah. So first create one. This put some variable group name.
this
Ah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Replace that
Okay.
entire thing and put some .NET or something.
Hmm. Okay.
Don't give space. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So now in the add in the
Hmm.
variables. uh,
Description, the description.
no, not description. In the variables. No. So this is just the group name.
Uh-huh.
Okay. In the below, plus add is there, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
click here. So now you are adding that your variable. So maybe the variable name is something db underscore username. Okay, and
Yeah,
db underscore
database.
password. Yeah. So yeah. So all these things you can put that, and you can make it as a db underscore user underscore name value. Keep something value, and you can
Uh-huh.
click the padlock. Okay. So then it will be secret.
Okay.
Okay. So currently you
Okay.
start typing, yeah, whatever values are there. Yeah. Anything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So this is the
Okay.
username. Okay. So this is the
Okay.
username. This is not the password. So db underscore password. Okay. So that is the username of the db. Okay. Maybe
Uh-huh.
admin or anything. Okay. So you can,
Username we don't need to keep it secret, right?
yeah, we don't have to keep it secret. Yeah. Yes.
So we don't need to lock it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So you know what
Okay.
user is there. But you
Uh-huh.
have to still give the value, right? Okay, so these all things will be given by the developer. So they
Uh-huh.
are saying that the username is SA. Okay, type SA.
Mm-hmm.
There is a more,
Okay.
yeah, just lowercase SA.
Okay.
The user ID and everything. Yeah. Okay, done. So now come DB underscore password.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So type something test 1 2 3 anything just okay. Hmm. Hmm. Now
Yeah.
click the padlock
Okay.
and you save the on the top you save it. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
similarly how the developers like usually it will be all directed by the developer, but also DevOps both they will coordinate. And so one variable group will be there where all the variables will be related to that project or repository or pipeline. Everything will be here in this. So this is just a two examples, username and password, but there could be many. Okay,
Okay.
so all the things will come here. It is the best
Mm-hmm.
place to keep all that, okay, in one single place, because if you're having some in the pipeline and all, it is much more distraction. You don't know where to manage and all. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if here in this in single place everything will be there. Now your next question is how to link it. Okay, so now go back to the pipeline.
Mm.
So click select that pipeline and click edit.
Mm.
Now go to the variables on the second one, the second tab on the top.
Variables. Yeah.
So now here go to the variable groups
Mm-hmm.
and now link variable. Click on the link variable group, that link,
Mm.
yeah, and click that.
So this is okay.
Yeah,
Whatever we
yeah, click
created,
that.
it
Yeah,
will
there
appear
could be
here.
many
Okay.
variable groups. Yeah, there could be many.
Uh-huh.
So select whichever you want and click link.
Okay.
Okay. So now this whatever your pipeline can get all these whatever you have decided you have put there in the variable group, whatever variables are there, it can access it. Okay, from
Okay.
this pipeline. Yeah, or the developer code. Like when it is running in the pipeline, they can access all those things once it is linked.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
So now they are in secret kind of. It won't even appear here when you run the pipeline. When you do echo and all, those things
Mm-hmm.
will come as star star star. Like DB password will come as like that. It won't come in the logs also.
Okay.
Okay.
And then why we using key vaults, Azure key vaults? See,
Mhm.
s- keeping all the secrets in Azure key vaults.
Yeah, they have their like it again depends on the data classification also. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so how your data is classified, DC2 higher if it is confidential, highly confidential. So
Uh-huh.
this one, whatever it is giving the like the security, like this one is not suitable for DC2 and all that higher. Okay,
Higher level
so yeah,
security.
high level. It whatever encryption mechanisms also this application is using variable groups. It is not
Mm-hmm.
as strong as the key vault. Okay,
Okay.
so
So
then
these all information we can keep it on the key vault as it is.
yeah, yes, these all also you can keep it in the key vault as well. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
that also is there. It keeps more stronger encryption. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like how the data is encrypted and kept there, it is more stronger. You can access those from the application directly from the app server and all. Wherever your application is going, you visit a function app or a logic app
Yeah.
or the app service, you can access it directly from there.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the key vault permissions, developers won't have it, right?
No, they can have because they have to input the data, right? The keyword they have to write the secrets, or like whoever is going to write the secrets, that person needs the access.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, developers should have. Otherwise, how they are going to enter the data for the first time, like the secrets? Okay.
How we can give that information to the developers then?
No, the keyword you have to give the IAM permission.
Uh-huh.
Give them the contributor permission to write the
Uh-huh.
secret. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can
Uh,
that will be usually with a AD group and all because the developers again keep on changing and all, or there could be multiple developers. So best way
mm-hmm.
you create one AD group and in that put all the developers name, like whoever is belonging to that project. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and assign the permission on the IAM for that keyword for the AD group. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
any persons on that group they can go and seek change that, like add the secret and all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Because
later. Mhm.
whatever they're keeping the secrets in pipelines,
Mhm.
yeah, those key secrets we are same way saving it in the Azure key vaults. So defaultly,
Hmm.
uh, the pipelines are secured, right? So
Yeah, so like first ask them what is like why they want the key vault and all. Like here also you can keep the variable groups are secret, but
yeah,
maybe they are not aware how if this way is also there or not. So it dep or if they are aware and they know that data classification wise, then yeah, you have to keep it there in that because
yeah,
that will be that is cost is associated for that. This is free.
yeah, yeah.
That
So
one.
I already created key vaults for database and service
Mm,
bus connections and all this.
mm,
But the thing is,
mm.
I told them like the CTO asked me who else need the permission. Then I said, me and you we can manage with because developers don't need to know. That's what I said. Tech leads.
No, no. But then how you will enter? Like what secret has to be going? How you will know? Okay. So because you don't know, right? What secret to write there? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah.
create it, that's fine, but who knows that what to write? So that person needs access, or maybe you
Mm-hmm.
get the values, whatever. Same there also variables only. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're seeing, like here you put that right, DB username something
Yeah. Yeah.
and DB password something. So same way there
Mm-hmm.
also keyword also same, but how you do you know that DB username is what and DB password? So if the developer knows that, either give him the permission or you take the values and you write it
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Okay, so then
Okay.
the developer may not need it, only yours is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay. And
so
so this apart from these code level uh, code level also we
mm,
keep the secrets in the keyboard code level.
no code level usually we don't keep. Okay, usually
Code
code level
level is all
secrets.
covered in the pipelines, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever I would say, some variable pipelines and all, keep it because the app service and function app they can directly pull it from the key vault directly. Okay, so they don't need in the pipeline. So if you need some variable to be visible in the pipeline, then you can keep it in the variable groups here itself. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you can keep in the key vault also, but bringing it to the pipeline, you need permission, right? Then this Azure DevOps has to be allowed in the key vault. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So because this Azure DevOps pipeline needs the read access, right, for the key vault. Then
Yeah.
what will happen? You have to allow. You don't know the what is the IP address of the Azure DevOps because it has been public, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to allow like entire UK South or UK North Ireland or
Mm-hmm.
whichever is there. So then your key vault will be visible to lot many IP addresses. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
best thing is to keep all those whatever is needed in the pipeline, keep in the variable groups only, keep it as a secret. Okay, because it is not exposed anywhere outside. Keep those
Mm-hmm.
things here, and whatever thing is needed for the application, that
Yeah.
thing you keep it in the key vault, and only the who needs access, only the your Azure web app needs access. So only you have to whitelist the IP of the Azure web app, that's it. So
So apart from these pipelines secrets,
mhm,
yeah. So
mhm.
you're saying in application level secrets also we'll keep it in a keywords,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yes, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
where we
So
can find that application level
that
secrets?
developer will give developer. Yeah. So that is purely the variables what the developer has used in the code. Okay.
So
So
that is in the code already.
yeah, already in the code, but in the variable name. Okay, so they don't have the values there. In the code, it will be a placeholder like a variable name, for example, DB underscore user underscore name. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that one you put it in the key vault. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and from the app service plan, you can pull it. All those things will be visible. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you can whitelist in the key vault in the
Mm-hmm.
access control of the key vault. Okay, so there you can filter like who has got the access. So there you select only the Azure web app. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
nobody will have access, only the your web app will have the access, so it can read those things there. Okay.
Okay. So the thing was, the who's supporting me
Mhm,
in India. So he's saying
mhm.
uh, code level secrets are not defaultly covered in the pipeline. That's what he is saying. But
mm,
CTO was saying whatever in the code level,
mm.
in the pipelines level is secured, isn't it? That is what my understanding he's saying. And the code level secrets, we don't need to keep it in the key vaults. That is CTO is saying. Which one
No,
is correct?
no, that's the one which in India he said, right? That is correct. Okay, so same way, whatever I am also saying the same thing. So code level secret, whatever is there, you keep it in the key vault. Okay, for
Uh-huh.
example, DB username, DB password, all those things, keep it in the key vault only. Okay, you
Okay.
don't have to do back and forth of these secrets from the Azure DevOps to the build, because all those things now will be there in your zip, in your
Uh,
artifacts and all that. Okay,
yeah.
and many places in logs also it will be there in logs
Mm.
also. So it is why to keep all that in the
Mm.
pipeline, because there is a risk of exposure for all that.
Mm.
So
Okay.
if it is, so first thing is to check what is the data classification. If it is highly confidential, based on that only we decide all this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because that is again, key vault is a paid one. Okay, so
Mm.
do you really need key vault or don't need key vault? So you can still transfer all those things from here as well. Okay,
Mm.
from the variable groups, but it is uh, there is chance that it can be leaked. Okay, if somebody like
Mm-hmm.
whoever has got access to your pipeline, they
Yeah.
know the secrets. Okay, so
Yeah.
they can just print out, they can create one more
Mm.
pipeline, they can get all the value. So there is not a very great level of s-
Yeah.
of control here in this. Okay,
Mm.
so if it is less, like it is not, you are not managing a third party data or something user, like if it is simple test and all, then fine, you can go ahead and create there. But I highly recommended all those secrets to go in key vault only. Okay, and nobody
Mm.
should have access, only the web app should have access, that's it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one time you enter the values, that's it, done. So then you, only the web app will have a directly access, that's it. There is no
Okay.
user ID password also needed for that. Web app will have the managed identity and it
Mm-hmm.
can access the key vault. So
Mm-hmm.
in that,
Okay.
so it's not visible in any logs or anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So,
so
so if they want, we can give access to them,
mm,
or even tech leads can
seeing that,
keep
yeah,
the.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we give the access to them, so some level of trust is there, where whoever is the
Mm-hmm.
entering the data for the first time, like whoever has created the application or the DB admin, okay, or the
Yeah.
database user, so they will only know what is the database user and database password. Okay,
Mm.
so so that person should have the access to the
Mm-hmm.
keyword.
There are
Okay,
three
to write.
tech leads. That's why they're testing.
Ah, yeah, yes.
Mm.
So
Mm.
add that. And even once they added that, you can remove it also later, that access, because it's a
Uh-huh.
one time initially. One time,
Oh, okay.
yeah, then you can remove it.
But
Then
each time when they write a new code, they have to do it, right? New
no, usually
keyword.
the database, code and all is changing, but those parameters are same, right? Database connectivity details will be same for all
Mm.
every time. Yeah. So no, I'm just saying, yeah, you can, if you want, you can block their access as well after they have
Uh-huh.
entered the values first.
Okay.
Okay. So usually these
Okay.
things are values are kind of fixed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the initial set. Once you're changing your code, that's fine. You can change anything, but it will refer the same values. Okay, these
Okay.
are all kind of secrets only. Mostly database, Cosmos DB, all that. Some Redis cache
Yeah.
password,
And
storage
another
account,
one,
correct and string, all that. Yeah.
yeah, and two things he said.
Mm-hmm.
One is, Cosmos DB connection strings.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking to keep the secrets in key vault.
Mm-hmm.
And API key for email delivery services.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any information about that, like API key for email delivery
No, that how
services.
you know, like like whoever is managing that email, that you have to ask him like where is the secret and all. Then you can add it if you have access to the keyword.
Okay,
So
so I need
what?
to ask the tech
Oh
leads, like
yeah,
who
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
managing.
Yeah, who is managing that? The email API key, or give me that. I will put that in the key vault. Same for the Cosmos DB also. Or you can ask them where is the, if you have the Azure access, ask them which Cosmos DB it is. I will. So if you have the
Uh-huh.
contributor level access, you can go and get the Cosmos DB connection string and you can add it in the key vault.
An application insights connection string.
Yeah, so app insight also. That that will go in
Uh-huh.
the app server and all. So for the
Okay.
logging purpose. So whatever the developers will do logging, It will
Uh-huh.
go in the app inside. They can do a lot of querying and a lot of performance metrics and all that you can they can do.
Okay, I need to get this information from the developers.
Yeah, yeah, yes. No,
Mm.
connection string for the app inside that you have to give to them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So because they have to add that in their code. Okay. So
Okay.
because once that connection string is there, then they can put that in the code and it will start dumping the logs there. So that it is other way. You have to give that to them. They have to use it. Okay. Rest of the things,
Mm-hmm.
Cosmos DB and all, they need to give it to you, or at least they have
Mm-hmm.
to tell which what is the resource name, and you can log into Azure and you can get that connection string and put it in the key vault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the application insights we create and we give
Yeah.
the
To the developers here, because that
develop.
is for the logging purpose. So that is for indexing, logging, more in-depth granular performance metrics for application debugging, all that it's needed. So they have to use
Mm-hmm.
that in their code.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's kind of security or what?
No, no, for logging, debugging, like
Uh-huh.
if some testing, let's say it is taking some 3 seconds or 4 seconds, okay, it should take
Uh-huh.
1 second. So to debug all that, you can go to App Insight and it will show a very nice metrics and all. It will show which
Mm-hmm.
component is taking more time, okay. Because in an
Uh-huh.
application, Chrome, it will go to DNS, it will go to somewhere, and all that interactions will be there. So it will say which part it is taking more time and all that you can identify. You can drill down which code
Mm-hmm.
is causing issue, which can be improved, all that. So it is more on the logging and performance metrics, all that kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay.
Okay.
And the last thing
Mm,
actually, he's saying start thinking about logging things. He's saying is application insight is configured in some stuff and not configured in everywhere.
mm,
It is difficult to find inside anything useful. So do some investigation into it
mm,
and what the best tools are when you got lots of applications generating log statements. Is
mm.
there any way that we can feed that into one central system? Is
That
asking like, is
log
there any
analytics
more?
workspace is there in Azure. So that
Uh-huh.
log analytics workspace. So
Okay.
it can be a single kind of a dump, okay, where all
Uh-huh.
the applications will be logging there. Okay, then you can use that log analytics workspace to query and make sense of that information. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
look for that, like Google that, and it can be used in combination with the App Insight as well. Okay, so
Okay.
log analytics workspace will be the bottom layer base, where kind of a
Uh-huh.
pool, okay, where all the
Okay.
data is there, and App Insight will fetch that data and it will give you very good metrics. So check that log analytics workspace.
Okay.
Okay, in Google that out and see the
Yeah.
features and all, how the YouTube, how what it serves and all. But that
Okay.
should be the like central one, if you ask
Uh-huh.
me.
Okay. This will maintain the logs
Yeah, yeah.
for
And for
the.
multiple projects also, you can have for multiple projects can use that and all, and
Mm-hmm.
you can
Okay.
so you
Mm.
can save the logs anywhere. You can save it in as your storage account blob and all, but that won't make much sense. Okay, so this one
Mm.
is a central. You can go back in history. You can retain how much logging and all that.
Okay. It has a
Lot of
data structure and okay.
yeah, yes, yes.
Mm. Okay. Mm.
Okay, I think then yeah, today
Yeah.
that much. Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll end up.
Thanks, Ranjit. And Ranjit, you have anybody for supporting locally?
Uh,
You said the other day, but for you is not possible.
for me,
Mm.
and let me just one second. Can you reclaim host? That is